My name is Matt.
And I have bad posture.
It's,
I'm
it's like a
Will.
different name every. It's a different name every time. Um, of course, welcome back for those of you that are actually watching us live, or reviewing this. Of course, this will be our fifth challenge of reviews, and of course, we'll spin for our sixth challenge, and still have got to make the skip tokens. But at some point, of course, that is still an option for us if there is a particular one we don't want to go with. Um, I thought I was gonna love this challenge, and I absolutely freaking hated it. For mine, just it was nothing went right, and of course, I made a mistake, and I it's that one thing in film, or really for anything that matters, is I had a new piece of tech that I wanted to try out, and it just didn't work out. But I dealt with it. I learned how to use it, so that was nice. But
Good.
again,
What'd you get?
I got a slider.
You lucky bastard.
Uh,
I'm jealous, I'm
So
not gonna lie.
yeah, I actually am taking it on an unrelated shoot on Friday. So I have another shoot I'm
Nice.
going to do. We'll talk about it later. And J for Jandetta says hello.
Oh, yeah.
Hi. But yes. Show stream. Hi. I literally just heard it in that high pitched hi she makes.
Hey, how come I can't type messages?
We should be able to.
Show
It's
chat.
funny. He left. Bye. That was the wrong button, whatever you pushed.
Yeah. Right clicked accidentally and accidentally clicked back.
And she said bye.
You know,
Yeah,
I'll
so
use this in the future. I'm an engineer. That's my day job. And I can't use this. So
yeah. All right. Well, I actually got everything loaded up. I was ahead of time. I was feeling great, and of course, so I don't remember who goes first here. I just loaded it in alphabetically.
okay.
Um, so I was just gonna go. I'll go first here. Mine's short. It's like 30
Go for it.
seconds long. Of course, mine was
Mine
Skylines
nice.
and Daytime Skylines,
Okay.
which we did. Went ahead and did Golden Hour. That's kind of what we did, but this location that I shot from, I remember it being like wide open, be nice. It was not wide open, and wasn't that great up there. So, and
That
I also
sucks.
should have used. I need to get a haze filter. I really need to get a haze filter.
Okay.
So, anyway, here we'll go ahead and pull it up on screen.
Go for it.
I'm gonna hide us and mute us. So, like I said, quick. Nothing great, nothing spectacular.
That I think this week we both have quick ones. How long was that?
I think 30 seconds or 40 seconds in total, like with the leader, even. I think it was like, I think the music was 30
Okay.
seconds. So I
I
think
think
the music was longer than the
mine
video.
I think mine's about a minute and a half, which is probably about the shortest I have done as well. So we're both on track for
Yeah.
quick. But no, I like that. That was a I'd be curious to see what it looks like with a haze filter, just because I've never used one. Um,
Yeah. Like
I
real bad
like the
haze.
I like the light. It's very nice. Like that is a very pleasant skyline to look at. So
Yeah, it wasn't too bad. It was is something I hadn't really seen in a while, especially with lockdowns and everything else going on. Like I think the one on the right hand side, this curved building here. I can't remember what it's called, but I think that
yeah.
was still in construction, like when we went into lockdown.
Oh damn.
Um, and so I was going to do something kind of creative with this and like put some like 3D animations on like this is the tallest building, population this so much, like all that shit, and I just ran out of time, and I was like, um, and also one of the things I've done. Oh, reminds me, finally figured out what's going on with those damn bars, the bars that we had at the top and the bottom.
Oh yeah.
So 2160, of course,
Oh
4K.
yeah. It scales down to like 1030 or 1013 or something like that.
It's a slight so because I'm shooting in 4K DCI, it's
Hmm.
not exactly 16:9. It's like 1 to 1.43.
Yeah,
So it's a
it's
slightly different ratio.
yeah,
So you
because
have to flip.
let me look at mine real quick. Yeah, mine I shot same resolution, exported to 1920 by 1014.
Yeah, because the first number is different than instead of being like 40 something or whatever the standard is for 16:9 for 2160p or
Yeah.
4KP. Wow, 4K. It's different number. Like when I went into Final Cut, I had to select the first one, which was 4K, but the resolution was like the third one down. It was like just a different resolution, and it got rid of the black bars. I was like, oh, I'm an idiot. I didn't realize it.
Okay. Well, mine's
So,
gonna have black bars. I'm glad you told me.
so I had
Now I know
actually
what to do next week.
yes. So I meant to text you and let you know, but
Fine.
let's see this one here. I'm sure you'll get a kick out of it when I tell you this, but this shot here, the zoom shot,
Hmm.
that is free zoom because I shot in 4K.
Oh, are you doing like a dynamic scale
Yeah,
down
just the
to?
keyframes. Yeah, just
Oh
the
my
keyframes,
God.
beginning and ends, and just
I
did the
I do love
yeah.
it. I do love it because
Mhm.
screw it. If you shoot in 4K, you get free zoom to 1080. So
Yeah. Other thing is, you notice how it's really shaky. Like, holy shit, it's shaky.
I did
Um,
notice that. Yeah.
Jen said mine was sunrise, not skyline or sunset. No, it was never.
We have
I don't think we have.
Skyline Day
Yes.
and Skyline Night. Yeah.
Yeah, they're two different ones. Yeah, Jen just texted me. I was like, no, I know it's because we don't. I don't think we have those as current. Those would be good challenges actually. Sunset, sunrise would actually really be good. Um, I know I promised I won't use the previous one I shot, but yeah, no, it's super shaky. And so I had the slide. Jen has some really good shots. She took some behind the scenes. Need to get them posted to Instagram. But the slider that I used some support bars so that I only have to use one tripod instead of two. The
Okay.
problem was that the way I mounted it onto the motorized slider was that I didn't use a ball head. Comes with a ball head, but that sucker's heavy. I don't think a ball head can hold it.
Okay.
So I just mounted it right onto the slider. The problem is if you mounted it all the way on, it was like cattywampus. It didn't sit right on it.
Oh,
And
that's screwy.
so, yeah, so I was like, I'm sure there's a better way to do it. I just, like, again, literally got like the night before and was like, ha 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 ha. So, or actually, it may have been the day of, I don't remember. But so it was sitting on there loosely. So when the slider would move to one direction and the wind would blow it, it would spin. And so that's why it's
Oh.
so shaky because it's technically not locked down completely. But that wind was strong. It was like 15 to 17 miles an hour where we were. So,
Oh yeah, well that was
um,
the you did that Sunday, right?
yeah, something like that.
Was that when was that like right before the line of storms was moving in?
Y'all had storms, we didn't.
Oh, well, aren't you lucky?
Uh,
Where did
J-
where did you shoot that from?
um, Barton Creek Square Mall, the parking
Okay.
lot.
Okay.
Hmm.
I'm gonna look that up real quick.
And Jen says, I thought you got it hours before. I'm pretty sure I did, actually. Like, yeah, I think that's about accurate. I think it was the day of, because I set everything up ahead of time just to make sure everything's set up fine. motor worked and everything. Like it uses the same batteries that I use for the lights for my screen and everything else. So I was like, this is perfect. Um, and the thing moves like I had to put the matte box at one point because the I had to use I used a circular polarizer in this shot because the haze was so terrible
Yeah.
that it was almost like a white curtain.
Oh
So
God.
the polarizer helped considerably, but it would be definitely better if I had a haze filter.
Okay.
And so I had to throw the matte box on there, and I always keep my camera on rails, just even if I'm not using the matte box. So I'm glad I did because I just was able to throw the matte box on, put the circular polarizer in, and shoot with that, and it moved pretty good. Like it held up really well. Um, but of course, when we talk later, I'll show photos of it and stuff like that. But that's
Okay.
enough about my shitty little skyline here.
No, I liked it.
So we'll go ahead and switch over to yours here.
Now I get to watch my shitty video about a tree.
I saw, I saw the form you sent with the thanks for, and I saw Oakley, and I was like, I see what
That's
you
my
did
that
there.
no. That's the tree's name. My mom named it. It's Oakley. That's not
I
me.
see
I'm
what you
not
did
making
there
a
then.
joke.
All right, I'm gonna go and remove this from stream here.
It does have a face, yes. Oh, you're muted. You're muted.
Amateur hour here.
Ah,
Um, no, yeah, Jenna was like, it has a face. And I was like, oh, it does have like it. I was not expecting that. Uh, yeah. So I'm gonna pull that back up here.
stream compression was not friendly to the ocean of leaves. I
Yeah,
apologize. I did not think about that when I was editing and rendering.
yeah. That's all. I mean, and of course, when streaming it across this is just not great. Um,
Yeah, I mean, if anybody that ever comes across this goes and looks at the actual video that's on the 2 Week Film Challenge website, it will actually, like, you know, not have a bunch of artifacting because
let
holy
me.
shit, it's two colors on the different ends of the spectrum that are constantly just dithering with each
Oh my
other.
goodness. Yeah,
Oh
it looks good
yeah.
on my end. I don't know what you're talking.
It looks okay, but definitely there's a couple of things that, and since you're watching it real
Oh yeah.
time, you don't have any compression on it. You can see a lot of the stuff that kind of gets missed in the compression artifacting. Like there's a couple of shots where I'm working the focus
Yep.
back and forth that it gets kind of lost in the compression, but you can see what it looks like.
So
So
this, I'm guessing this is a time lapse, right?
yes.
So question. Did you have a
Yeah,
light on this tree?
I did. I
All
I,
right.
I got to practice with my fancy new lights.
Question: Did you turn the light on ahead of time, or was it just on about halfway through?
You can, if you pay attention to the time lapse, about
Mm-hmm.
a fifth of the way into it, you can see a bunch of activity
Mm-hmm.
um, in shadow on the tree, and it's me adjusting the lights. So
So I was gonna say I really didn't initially see it that I can remember, and also I was like, "That's cool." Like either that or you got some bright ass damn lights in the back of the house there.
no, I set them up
Oh, there it
just
is. There,
because I
yeah.
was. Yeah, hard to see over the stream, but you can probably see it with alarming clarity. But and I
Now
couldn't
that you
edit
mention it,
enough.
I thought it was just I just thought it was just movement around the tree, animals or birds flying by or something like that.
Okay, and I couldn't edit it out because it was just enough frames that it screwed with the sunset, so
Hmm.
it would have been too noticeable a change. So I was like, to hell with it. I'm just going to leave it in there. It's there. It's
Yeah.
it's a learning mistake. This
No, it's
isn't a
fine to
Hollywood
me.
production, so
Now, like I said, if you didn't tell me, I would have honestly just thought it was, like I said, just moving around the tree or like birds or other trees moving nearby. Like I
that tree
didn't
moving in the background. Yeah.
exactly like it's not. If anything, it looks like the sun setting behind the house more than anything else.
Yeah. Well, and that I was able to get those lights to perform as well as they did. I everything I set out to do, I somehow managed to blindly accomplish. So
Well, yeah, those the lights are pretty handy. Like they came in at that the fountain shot. It was pretty handy with the trees and stuff like that. So
yeah,
especially having, I don't know if you've done battery yet with them, but they're pretty handy with
I
batteries.
don't I don't own enough batteries to run those things yet.
Yeah, that's good.
I will have to buy some. So
Something I was thinking of doing some when I have this challenge. I was thinking of something similar, not quite, but something similar nonetheless. Um, yeah, that's good. I like it.
yeah, thank you. This
I
is not.
like the little ants you got.
I'm not terribly proud of it. This was very much an I have no idea what the hell to do with this. Like this is I was telling Lindsay earlier, the thing I would have loved to do would be like film someone felling a tree,
Hmm.
or like an arborist or a tree trimming service or someone like that going out and actually like doing
That's a good idea. There we go. I'll have to
that.
call somebody.
And I thought about that entirely too late because it occurred to me I probably, if I had enough time when I first drew this, like Thursday or Friday after we would have done this last time, I could have probably have called. Like, there's a few people that, hell, we had the tree taken down in our backyard last year. I could have called
Hmm.
them, said, "Hey,
Yeah,
you guys cut any trees down in the next 2 weeks? I can come film." And
yeah,
it did not occur to me in a reasonable enough amount of time that shit, I could have just called them.
yeah. The other day I
So
started going down the list, and I can tend Trent. Oh God, um, we had to replant after the freezing storm that came through Texas. What last year?
yeah.
Um, our tree died, and so we had
Oh,
to
that's right.
reprint.
Your HOA required the tree to be replanted.
Hmm. And so, well, I mean, we were gonna replant it anyway, but the whole like I removed the tree one day, like during like I had a small window of time to do it, and I did it somehow in like an hour. So I
Yeah.
removed the tree and got the stump out and everything. But then, like, I think they came day like within a week because I hadn't. Uh, it just I couldn't get a tree in time. It was everyone that was doing
Yeah.
brush work or anything. No one had time. I couldn't get anybody to come
Well,
out,
well,
and
and
so
I'm sure all the landscapers were like, "Shit, people need trees replanted," and they were probably
hmm.
buying them all up.
And of course, our HO has very specific ones that you can get. You can only do certain like species and stuff like that. So the one that was in there was a lacy oak, and I think I swapped it out with a lacy oak. I think is what I did, or a
Okay.
Monterey oak. I don't remember. It was one of the oaks, but Yeah, I swapped it out. Finally was able to get down, like, but like within a week they were like, "Hey, you need to replace your tree or else," kind of one of those notes. And it was like, felt like I just got a howler here. So of course we replaced it, but we somehow I don't remember. Jenny was like, "How's the tree?" I don't remember. She called it, but it ended up calling it Trent. And so every time we see it, we call it Trent. Trent.
Trent.
So yeah, we have a new tree outside called Trent.
Very nice.
Yeah, these so I'm probably gonna regret doing this.
What?
I was thinking, because of course we do the random yes, thank you, Jen. Um uh one of the and I guess she's actually a little bit behind too, so she's actually seeing the video content a little bit behind, but
Okay.
um I'm trying to think here. I thought about having us do, like, if we spin, you get a whatever, you would have the option. Of course, we talked about skip tokens, skipping it
Hmm.
if you wanted to, or and picking from the other list, the things that you can pretty much do year round, or just picking one. Like if you don't like that, you pick one, but it has to be up above a certain level, like above, like a 4 or above. So if you pick
Yeah.
one, it's going to have to be something harder, but it also has to be something you haven't done. But you would have that opportunity to pick something, because sometimes I'm like, I got this tree one. I mean, not tree one. I'm sorry. The skyline one, which um, Jen says Facebook is slightly behind, so that's what she says. So, yeah, I think it's about
Gotcha.
20 seconds behind. It's less than, I think
Okay.
it's less than 20 seconds. But anyway, so yeah, I don't know. I thought about that. I know those kind of. I kind of like the randomization of it, because not knowing what you're gonna get is kind of part of the
Yeah.
challenge, really. Because even though I thought Skyline was gonna be super freaking easy, it was not that easy. Just
Same with mine.
dealing with what you had to deal with. So the more I
Yep.
think about it, I think that's probably not the best idea, because then I'm just gonna pick the easy ones.
Well, okay. So while we're on the subject, I would like to throw something out there. Um, I know one of the ones on the spinner is film someone getting a tattoo. Uh, my wife is getting a tattoo Friday. Can 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 I appeal to have that be mine?
Sure. I think I
Okay.
will still spin for you, just to see what, for shits and giggles, what
Oh,
you
oh
get.
yeah, no, I
Uh,
want to see what I get, because if I get something better, like, oh fuck yeah, I could do that. I'll take it. Then to hell with my wife's tattoo. I'll just do that.
yeah. So I mean, that's definitely, actually. Let's go. Let me go pull up that beautiful bean footage here. Oh man, that is a old reference.
I haven't seen a
Okay.
Bush's Beans commercial in years, but that's also probably because I haven't watched television in years.
Yeah,
So
do I? All right. Let me grab this here and share my screen. Yes, I understand it takes up a little bit of. There we go. Share. Why don't you have permission to see my screen? I don't know why. Okay. In that case, it's just going to probably be my entire screen then. Remember having this happen last time? I don't remember how to work with
yeah,
this.
I don't remember what we did, but we did run into this exact same problem.
Okay, share. Of course, I was even ready this time. God damn it.
That's always
Share.
something.
Oh, is this what I did? Mm-hmm. All right. That's stupid, but okay.
You got it?
Whatever. Yeah, I got it. All right, here we go. Let's let me scroll up a little bit here. Get some line here. All right, and I cleaned up the wheel, made it look pretty, so it
Very
looks a little bit
nice.
better. Okay, so I guess we'll go with yours first, since you've kind of already decided what you're gonna do anyway. But whatever.
Oh, Lord. All right. What do we got? Train. All right, I'm going with tattoo.
That's a pretty good one. Yes. Okay. Let's. Yeah, I think tattoo. No, I don't want to spin. Damn it.
Well,
I
here
guess we're
you
getting.
go.
I'm getting something now. Fire pick? Yes, get a fire pick. No. Okay, kids don't. Oh shit!
Now,
I'll take the
I will.
tattoo.
Would you like the one I spun and got?
I'll figure it out.
Make you a
I got an
deal.
idea. I mean, that'll be a fun one though. So, shit. I know what I'm doing next weekend. No, actually, I got some ideas in mind. Actually, so this, I'm gonna take a
Well,
screenshot
hell,
of that so I don't forget.
I tell you what, were either you or Jen thinking of getting a tattoo soon?
Yes, actually. So I actually was thinking about getting one soon.
Did
So
we want to do a dueling tattoo 2 week film challenge? Or
yeah, we
is
can do
that
that.
or is that bumping that up on your schedule too far or too soon?
I've been thinking about doing it for some time now, so it's just a matter of doing it. I just hadn't
Okay.
found anyone. I hadn't really found anyone yet. Um,
Okay.
um, yeah, we'll talk about that after the fact.
Yeah.
But yeah, okay. So that one. So you, of course, you said you're gonna do the tattoo, and I will do the kids or adults at a petting zoo. Yeah. Alrighty. So let me hide that off the stream,
All right.
and then let me just make note of. I was gonna try to. What I was trying to do is spin the wheel so that I could see if there was a tattoo one on here, but I realized that was
Ah,
obviously a mistake, and so it just started spinning on me.
clicking the
Um,
wheel spins the wheel. There's no way to drag it.
right.
Dang it.
Let's see. Tattoo. I was trying to find F tattoo. TATTO. All right. And apparently, I can not spell tattoo to begin with, so that's a kind of an issue here.
Oh.
Okay, so yeah, that's a 5 challenge. So
Oh. Okay.
yeah. So of course, I think that's a great one to do, though. If you have a telephoto lens, now's the time to use one.
No.
Well, actually, no,
Now,
because you're going to be in a small area, so actually, your wide angle
yeah.
lens just getting up close.
Well,
But
I was going to say, if I spent a couple $100 and bought a speed booster, I could maybe convince my dad to let me borrow his enormous, like 2 foot long telephoto lens that he's got on his whatever Canon. I don't even
so
know at this
funny,
point.
funny story. You can't get a speed booster for my camera.
You can't just use like a regular old speed booster for an EF mount?
They don't make them. I can't find one that has an EF mount. They're all MFT or anything Sony Nex. They're all
Well,
non EF mounts.
what are you trying to mount that requires a speed booster? You have an EF mount on there.
Right, but with a speed booster, basically it'll increase. So, like, in other words, if I wanted to take my lens instead of having a 300 millimeter lens, I would have like a 600 millimeter lens instead.
Oh, yeah, yeah, okay. I got you. I got
Yeah.
you.
So just to amplify the magnification, so to speak, I guess.
Yeah.
So because I looked at that just to see about having something that would be helpful there, and they don't make them for any EF mounts, and I mean I guess that's okay because for the most part it's still 1.5 times the. So my 300 is technically a 450. What the fuck is a speed booster? J for Jendetta has as asking. Um, a speed booster increases the speed.
It makes the camera go faster.
Actually, I don't really know why it's called speed booster. I guess because actually I guess technically is the speed of the lens. Oh man, I don't know. I'm not gonna talk about my ass because someone hears this from film school and they're gonna be like, "You're an idiot, man." Like, so I
I
don't know.
don't know.
I don't really know why it's called
I just
speed
know that's
booster,
what
but
they're called.
I have an idea of what it is, and we're gonna talk about that next episode. And that way, you can tune in and learn more about it on next episode.
Oh, I can't
Um,
wait.
but look at that, we're right at 29 minutes. I was trying to get this in under 30. I think we're actually gonna accomplish that for once. Wow, it's pretty impressive.
We did it.
Yeah. All right. Well, of course, you and I are stuck around here for a bit here, but otherwise,
Oh
that is
yeah.
all we have for this episode. Those are our two short videos, which is kind of nice, and we definitely are ramping up from a. You had a. I think yours was a number one, right? I think the hardest level is
Oh
a number
yeah,
one.
yeah, 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 yeah.
Yeah, so you're
Yeah,
gonna go from
three.
a 1 to a 5, And I think I'm going
Tree
from like a
1-1.
2 to a 5 or something like that. So, all righty. Well, hopefully you all can watch us next time, next Thursday at midnight, or as I like to call it, Wednesday at 11:59 p.m.
Yeah.
But yeah, so that is all we have for tonight. Bye.